Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name's Nicola and I blog over at thefrugalcottage.com all about budgeting, money saving, investing and lots of little things in between, and welcome back to my channel. Now it's a new week, which means it's a new cash envelope stuffing video for me. I didn't do one of these at the start of December. I don't really know why, I just didn't get around to it. So this is the first one for December, I think. Is it? Yeah, maybe. So we'll see. So we'll get started, and as usual I will link my budget binder below and the envelopes inside. They're just from Amazon, but I find this system so helpful to keep on track. So let's take these out of here. And as always I have 6 cash envelopes for our various spending. So I've got food, petrol, miscellaneous, children, eating out and clothes, and the only envelope that has anything left in it, the food envelope, has £1, and that is it. So that's not going to get us very far, is it? So we'll get started now. There are going to be a couple of envelopes this week that don't get any money in, and that's just because I don't think I need to use them this week, and I've actually got a bit less out of the cash machine than normal because as everybody knows, this time of year is really expensive and we're kind of spending a lot at the moment on different things. Next year I definitely intend to have some kind of Christmas sinking fund set up so that it doesn't become quite so dependent on our current account, which it has done this year. But more on that later on a different video. So we'll start with food. So like I said, food has got £1 in there at the moment, if you can see that very well. And I think I'm just going to put in £60 in there this week for food. I do need to rein in the kind of snacks and things at the moment there. They're getting out of hand a bit. I'm too tempted by the Christmassy things in the supermarket, and yeah, I just need to rein myself in a bit there. And £60 should do us, hopefully. I'm hoping so. Let's get £60 out of that pile. So 20, 40, 60 goes into the food envelope. So that gives me £61. The only other problem at the moment is, well, not a problem, but I seem to have used a lot of freezer stuff lately. So the freezer side of things is really low as well, so it's not like I can kind of make meals from things we have in, because we don't have anything left in there at the moment. I keep thinking maybe between Christmas and New Year I might try and do like a massive kind of stockpile shop and just get loads of stuff for the freezer, loads of things for the cupboard, but we'll see how it feels. We'll see what my bank account looks like by the end of the month. But this week that there is £60 in the food envelope, which gives me £61 in total, which doesn't seem like a lot compared to what I've been spending lately, but I've been buying things that we really didn't need and that definitely weren't on my list, so I need to get back to just sticking to what we need for the week, so hopefully that will be enough there. So petrol, I'm going to put £30 in petrol. I did cheat, not last weekend but the weekend before, and put in a whole tank and use my card, and so that's kind of helped balance that out a bit. And it was just, to be fair, we were out and the red light had come on and I didn't have my cash envelopes with me, and I don't like travelling in the car, especially when I've got the kids, when the petrol is that low, so I just stopped at the nearest petrol station and filled it up, and filled it up like to the brim. So that's kind of lasted a bit longer than normal because it's more than I'd put in. And I found out now that if I leave it to kind of right to the end so that the red light is on, it costs us like considerably more, over £40 than it used to. So that's maybe something to factor in our budget for next year maybe. But anyway, so this petrol for this week, I'm going to put £30 in, so that uses the only £10 that I have for this week. So £30 in petrol. It's got a little over a quarter of a tank at the moment anyway, so I think £30 should do, although I am doing slightly more travelling this week. We'll see. I'm hoping £30 because petrol spends are going up slightly, and it does not annoy me, but you know, it's frustrating when you've got a budget you're trying to stick to, and things like rising prices of everything kind of contributes to you not sticking to that maybe as well as you'd hope to. But anyway, £30 in there. And then I've only got £40 left that I got out this week. I've got 4 envelopes, but 2 of them are not going to have anything in. So miscellaneous has to have something in. That's like, you know, if you've watched my videos before, that's household things, the cat food, just general, just life things, I suppose, things that don't fit in any of these other categories. And that, you know, the miscellaneous category envelope always has to have money in. It's always having things spent out of that. So I'm going to just put £20 in there. Let's see, that should do us, I think. I think we're fairly stocked up on like washing powder and fabric conditioner and dishwasher stuff, and you know, all the householdy things that kind of come out of this envelope. I think we're fairly well stocked up on them for now. Mind you, we seem to be going through a lot of washing liquid, like in the washing machine. Washing in, and it must be like people must do this, it's like a family thing. So like the washing basket never seems to be empty, and when it does get empty, as soon as the end of the day comes, it's not empty again, and it's just I seem to do washing all the time, hence why the washing liquid goes down at quite a fast rate. And I don't even use as much as they say to use. You know, they've got like a guideline on the pot thing. We use Fairy Liquid because it's good for sensitive skin. But I don't use as much as it says to use when you pour it out, and even then it seems to go down ridiculously quickly. However, I always try and buy that when it's an offer and stock up, because it is on offer quite often, and quite often half price for the big bottles, and then that doesn't seem too bad. But that's the kind of thing that would come out of this. So £20 in miscellaneous. Now, this might seem a bit mean this week, but I'm not actually going to put anything in the children's envelope. Purely for the fact that I don't think we're doing very much this week. I think I need to get organised for Christmas. I need to sort the house out. I need to just generally, you know, just not spend money really. I think if it's nice weather on Wednesday, I might go to the park, but that obviously doesn't cost us anything, especially if I remember to take a snack with us. So I'm going to leave the children's envelope empty, and I cannot remember the last time I left this empty. And like I say, it might seem a bit mean, but they, you know, really don't think I need to put anything in there this week. We're not doing very much, and it, you know, if we do something, yeah, so going to the park won't cost us any money. It doesn't have to be something that costs money. We can even go to the library and get some books out. You know, there's things we could do that don't have to cost us money this week, but we'll see. I do feel a bit mean not putting anything in the envelope though, but never mind. They don't know that today, so there we go. And then eating out, I'm going for a works meal out on Tuesday. We're going to go to an Indian restaurant, and so my remaining £20 this week is going in this one. But am I being optimistic, thinking I can go out for a meal for an Indian and not spend over £20? Now, I don't remember the last time I went and sat down in an Indian restaurant. We've had Indian takeaways because I do like a curry, but am I being optimistic that it'll cost me £20 or less? I don't know. I'm hoping so. I just have to get less, which is not necessarily a bad thing. So yeah, so that last £20 is actually going in the eating out envelope, and that's just for me because I'm going on this works meal, which I'm looking forward to. Looking forward to a night, not a night off, but you know, a night not having to do bedtime routine and be like an adult for a change. So that £20 there, surely that should do me for going for a curry. I don't have to get any kind of extras, do I? I never managed to eat them anyway, so yeah, so that should make me make a sensible choice when I'm there and not buy everything that I want, if that makes sense. And then the last envelope is clothes, and as you can see, I've got no money left on my desk. So clothes is getting nothing. And if you've watched these videos before, you know I'm not a fan of clothes shopping, and actually I have kind of got a couple of jumpers. It was my birthday the week before last and I got a couple of new jumpers and things for that. So I don't even need to buy anything. The kids don't need any new clothes, at the moment anyway. Although I said that last time and then one of them had a massive growth spurt and then needed like loads of new stuff. But you know, for this week, the last week of term, you know, the run up to Christmas, do not need to buy any more things, which includes clothes. I think that's it. I think because it's so close to Christmas, I need to kind of rein in everything because we don't know what people might get us. We don't know what people are going to get the boys. You know, we don't need to bring loads more stuff in our house 2 weeks before Christmas when inevitably we'll have lots more stuff in our house anyway because that's how it goes. Even though like we've not really asked for much because I don't need anything. You know, people buy things and people buy things for the boys and children's toys can tend to be quite large, so I need to have a sort out of those. So just not buying stuff ourselves will help that. So the clothes envelope has nothing in. Eating out has £20 in. And let's hope I can stick to that. And when I say that, obviously I will have my purse with my card in, but I don't want to have to use it. So, you know, we'll see. Children has nothing in. And I'm trying not to feel guilty about that. Miscellaneous has £20 in. Petrol has £30 in. Petrol's another envelope where it will always have something in. I have to get to work every week, and obviously I have to take Alfie to school, and you know there's lots of different things I need the car for. So petrol will always be in there, and then obviously food. Food has £60 plus the £1 left over, and that is my cash envelope budget for this week. How are you getting on? Let me know how you're getting on. Are you organised for Christmas? Because I'm really not, and it's starting to stress me slightly. But that's totally my own fault. No one to blame but me. And I'll see you in another video very soon. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye!